What's up, guys? FutureGameDev here, and welcome back to another episode of Achievement Hunters. This week, we are going to see if we can get rid of... Oh, that's weird. OBS won't capture my Steam overlay. We are going to try and finish up the achievements list, and I'm just going to stop trying to show it because it's not going to come up. So, the first one on the list is achievement, and apparently it is in the options somewhere. I think it's under video, advanced, no. Somebody said it was in the options menu. Oh, it's probably under extras. Achievement. Enabled. Go back. Achievement unlocked. It's not showing up there. Screenshot. I don't think I got it in time. Oh well, so that's one. The second one, and this is where I'm hoping that my recording software is going to work, is go outside. That one requires that you not play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. So, we are going to set our clock ahead 5 years to October 30th. I think that'll work. Change the date and time. Hey. Oh, come on. Why didn't that apply the last time? 3, 4, 5. October 30th. Give it an extra few minutes for good measure. Hit OK, and then let us go back to the Stanley Parable. I'm going to put Steam over here so you guys have something to look at. Back to the Stanley Parable, and hopefully this works. Oh please, oh please, oh please. Achievement, yes, go outside. Grabbed a screenshot because you guys can't see it. That makes me sad. Okay, but we got go outside. The next one, commitment. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oops. I closed the screenshot thing, and the Stanley Parable still stayed up. That's kind of funny. Okay, commitment. I'm going to have to come back to that because that one actually requires, however you set your computer clock ahead, that the game runs for a 24-hour period. So I am probably going to take care of that tomorrow, since I'll have school and other such things. That'll kind of cripple me, but that's why I'm recording ahead. So if SimCity comes out late, that's why I was tied up on Friday. But what we can do, because I haven't played it enough to get speedrun, is we can work on... Oh, I didn't want to end that yet. We can work on unachievable. And there's an interesting story behind that, because people aren't sure... It took people a while to figure out how to get it running. So they would try. They tried opening up the in-game console, and I'm trying to remember which key that is. I got 3 on my mind, and I'm trying to remember which one it is while the game is loading, because the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. It's always loading, and it always takes forever to get there. But we eventually make it, and then it's a crazy ride. So this loading screen is about as interesting as it gets. Hello. I'm not sure what that was. Begin the game? Maybe it had trouble with an audio file. That was strange. I've never seen that before. But at least we got 2 achievements today. This is why I'm doing it ahead of time, because I forgot about commitment. So maybe I'll have enough time. Skip that. Okay. Now, which key brings up the developer console? Keyboard, mouse, edit keys. Console is that button. But is it turned off? Is it turned off? Saves. Those are going to need to be enabled. I'm going to need them later. That is interesting. I resume the game. Yeah, that key is not working, and apparently the game hasn't updated for you. I don't know what broke. What broke? There you go. Now you can't. Now you can see. No, let me out. Let me out. No, 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 no. Begin the game again. I want to get out of my office, just long enough to figure out the console. Why isn't that working? I'll be right back. I need to figure this out. Okay, I think I figured it out. So, what we need to do is we need to quit the game, and we're going to change a setting for the Stanley Parable. Launch options. Add that command, -console, and that should allow us to get the console in-game. Not sure if we need it, but it's probably a good idea to enable it. Yes, that is the developer console. So, something people tried, because they started looking through the code, was _U. They thought that was the code for the achievement. And it says, hey, don't you even try. So people knew they were on the right track, but the game was keeping them from getting the achievement. So people had to figure out a way to get around this. So they started going into the source files for the Stanley Parable. I want to make sure I browse the right place. And they went into the config files to see if they could make the achievement happen. And what they found was that the game was overriding anything that they would put in order to keep people from fixing this. So what we're going to do, add this to the file in a new row. What this command will do, and I'll show you, is it binds the letter X to the command that will trigger the achievement unachievable. And then what we're going to do is we are going to save it. And then the next thing we have to do is go into the properties and make it read-only, so the Stanley Parable can't override it. That's the key. This should work, but I have no idea if it actually will. So we'll see. Everything coming up okay? Okay. Okay, so it said bind key. Okay. So let's try this. X. Wait a few seconds. Anything? X. Unachievable! We did it! We did it! And you guys can't see it. That's why I have to take a screenshot. I feel stupid. But it worked. So, we have just gotten achievement from the options. Go outside. So we've stayed away from the game for 5 years. We have gotten unachievable. I'm going to work on commitment and speedrun so that I can get the game in the proper place, and I will come back to you guys when I can do speedrun and report back in a few days when I get commitment, and we will wrap this episode up. So I will see you guys later. Okay, so now we're back, and the next thing we have to do is speedrun. And the way to get ahead with speedrun is you're going to have to restart the game over and over and over and over again until you get the blue room. That is the most important part, because I don't know where it comes from, but it's just the shortest route between the start and the end. You have to finish the game in 4 minutes and 22 seconds. I think that's it. Not including the loading screens. So, you have to play the game a few times. So, once you get into Stanley's boss's office, the narrator will automatically put in the code for you, and there's the door. Just go. So, that's one of the important things you have to worry about. After that, most everything, including the elevator ride, has been shortened So if you get the blue room, it's very easy to get speedrun. You can also do it with the normal door, but in order to get that in time, you have to figure out a way to manipulate yourself, unless there's more than one of you playing, onto these desks. Basically climb over the rails and get around the gate before the bridge comes up. But I did the blue room route just because I'm lazy. The surprising thing about this was actually my first run going through trying to speedrun it, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. I decided I was going to record it with Shadowplay and then just do the VO afterwards in case it took a couple of tries. That way I wouldn't bore myself doing the same voiceover over and over and over again in case I didn't get it the first time. But I'm watching the footage as I'm recording this, and this only just happened 3 minutes ago. I just finished doing it, and doing this was gratifying. This makes doing commitment seem easy, because now that I've done the speed run, I can just go and say, okay, sacrifice my computer for 24 hours, use my laptop, I can work with that. Because I thought speedrunning is always hard, and I was not looking forward to it at all. But it looks like it shouldn't be a problem at all. So, we're into the facility power room right now. I'm about to turn off the mind control machine. There's actually a little funny story about the absurdly big door opening. I was trying to figure out... I just had to stop for the power going out, just because. With this big door opening, I was thinking to myself, how long do I want to stand in this one spot until I want to move and get it just about right? Because I didn't want to just stand in front of the door just waiting for it to come down. So I wanted to stand back here where I'm at right now and just see how far down can I let it go and then run up to it and it be at just about the right spot. And every time, I was getting closer and closer, but not close enough. This time when I did it was actually the closest I got to getting to the door and then just pressing up against it, which is a black screen, but, you know, it was the least amount that I'd gotten yet. So it was kind of funny trying that every time and seeing what would work. So, once I get the achievement, I'm going to go record some other stuff so I'm free over the weekend, or at least for a day, and then I'm going to play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday over the weekend. Funny how that works. You can actually reset your computer and just play the clock like that, and it'll work just fine. Here it goes. I did this in big picture mode so it shows up properly, and boom! I did a double fist in the air when I saw that. I was so happy, and I'm still so happy. We have one more achievement left, ladies and gentlemen, and then it is done. So, I will see you in a day, and hopefully I will have the achievement by then. So, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Alright, 24 hours later, and not on a Tuesday, but I finally managed to do it. Drum roll, please. I'm hoping I put in a drum roll effect. There is the achievement, commitment! I'm pausing because I know I'm going to put a sound effect in later, but I don't know what it is yet. So, if I put in something terrible, or if I left an awkward pause, suggest what my achievement get sound effect should be. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The Stanley Parable, with all of its convoluted achievements, is 100% complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave down in the comments what you think I should start grinding on next. Otherwise, I will have to choose, and we never know where that will go. So, leave down in the comments where I should go, and until next time, unless the internet explodes. I'm the Future Game Dev. You guys take care.